Hi everybody, this is Red Hill Eagle. Welcome back to Hope and Glory, our TEW2020 save, the local to global. Different screen you're seeing straight away. This is a screen I also use to help me with certain saves. It's a very, very basic screen. I haven't filled out the manager and clients bit yet. We don't have any stables. I haven't filled out the personalities bit yet. I find it easier to just do this, to have a separate screen for like storylines, just so I can flick over it every now and then, just remember who's in what story and all that sort of thing. So it's very basic. You've got Dave Finlay against Ian McGregor. There's only the two of them, so it's obvious they're both against each other. This one's got a few more characters, so I team them up, so I know that these people are on the same side. Ludwig Borger's in the main role. Chris Jericho, Chris Kanyon are aligned with Borger as support roles. And then, so on the other side, you've got Gary B. Ware, and he is aligned with Justin Martin's kind of supporting him. Same with this story. Team one, if you like, even though they're not really teams. Ben McCoy with Lewis Blaine. And then Ben McCoy's up against Michelle Starr and Lord Regal. If I have sort of, lots of people, in a story, it just helps me understand who's with who, so I don't have something like Chris Jericho get into a fight with Ludwig Borger and then realise, oh, hang on a minute, Ludwig Borger's aligned with Chris Jericho. So, yeah, it's just a very basic screen. I will fill the rest of this out when I can be bothered, to be quite honest with you. So the game has stopped us slightly ahead of time, and we've got a decision to make. But also, just want to have a quick look at these emails. Nothing important is there for us. DDT look like they're going bust. We're getting house shows cancelled because we don't have enough people on written contracts. Viewership for our TV show 0.04, 35,718. That's not bad. JAPW also in financial trouble. Okay, what's this decision then? Pay rise request from Andre Baker. He wants 118. Yeah, give him 118 rise. Oh, well, I'll give him 75% of it because he's still young enough. I should be looking at pushing him. Let's have another quick look. Andre Baker, 33. We should really be looking at pushing him quite a bit. Okay, so yeah, let's keep going. Going to hold tonight's episode at the Beckenham Baths, and we're expected just over 2,500. This holds 3,000, so we should maximise our profit. Tonight's main event, let's book that first. Obviously want to utilise our storylines that we have going now as well. So, we're looking at, Dave Finlay and Ian McGregor. Dave Finlay's certainly a main eventer. Could be good to have him in the main event. Ludwig Borger. Okay, well, let's see first. Let's have a look. Let's get in a couple of stars then. We can have quite like the idea of. Let's have Dave Finlay in the main event then, because I'll tell you what, he probably hasn't been in the main event for an event or a show for a long time. So let's go Dave Finlay against preferably a face. We're actually struggling for. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's go with Dave Finlay against Gary B. Ware. I want to get Gary B. Ware over. So I'm going to have Gary B. Ware win this. Let's go for a good 16 minutes. Actually, I want to remind myself, I've got 39 minutes wrestling time. Okay, so maybe a little bit less. We want Gary B. Ware to go over. Let's do it. Let's have this one as the storytelling as well. Let's have. Who was Gary B. Ware in the storyline with? Ludwig Borger. So I want Borger to. I'm thinking about a botched interference finish. Yeah, so Dave Finlay's accidentally hit by Ludwig Borger, which causes Gary B. Ware, or helps Gary B. Ware get the win. In fact, let's put this down as a pinfall. Okay. Road Agent cannot be a competitor. Keith Myatt. Okay, and what we'll do is, if I remember, what I'll do is we'll have a post-match segment where Finlay and Borger beat down Gary Beware. So it's got Dave Finlay's like, all right, I lost the match because you interfered, but you know we're still friends. They're both heels, right? You know, I know it was an accident. Let's just beat the shit out of Beware now. So our semi-main event or second to last match. Want to try and have some sort of tag team match again this week, even though we've only got one tag team. Who have we got in the major stars now? Okay, let's have like a Johnny Smith or even Chick Cullen. He can start jobbing out. Chick Cullen, another face that we're looking to get over. Maybe, oh no, Ben McCoy is 44 years old. Yeah, Ian McGregor we want to get over. Okay, Ian McGregor. We'll go with that. Maybe make that a 10-minute match. Let's have Ian McGregor get the win. Maybe by count out as well, just to give the fans something different. How about a count out victory? Stick that one there. Let's have a tag team match then. So we will go with the only tag team we have. Have I actually put them as a... No, I haven't actually put them in as a tag team yet. I need to do that, really. Let's do it now. Chris Jericho and Chris Kanyon. Laptop's going slow again. Chris Jericho, Chris Kanyon. I don't want to give that... I'm not going to spend too much time over a name. Acid Burn, that'll do. That'll do, Acid Burn. I don't think I've ever seen that one come up before. Right, Acid Burn will take on, let's see, you've got to think of two faces then. So Rory Campbell, because he's got to start jobbing out, 43 years old now. And Tom Tyrone? He's not really old, is he? But how about George Burgess? There we go, Rory Campbell and George Burgess. So, let's go like 7 minutes, and let's get the victory for Kanyon. I think we normally do Jericho, so yeah, how about Kanyon for a change? Tainted win, pinfall. Yeah, that'll do us. George Burgess is extremely unhappy. I could say tough, but I like to be he's probably a bit of a legend, isn't he, George Burgess, in English wrestling back in the 80s and early 90s. Not that I know. I'm just, yeah, okay, let's keep him strong. Right. So we're looking at, we've already hit our 39-minute wrestling time. Wow. I can either make all of these matches really short and stick another one in, or we just go with 3 matches. Let's try and get a 4th match in. So we'll make that one 7 minutes. Make this one... Yeah, it's a shame the main event's going to suffer a little bit. So this one, bring it down even more. Yeah, okay, well, by a minute. So we can have another 8-minute match. Okay. How about this time I actually think about someone who's in a storyline, although I think we've sort of involved everybody now. Except for these two. Okay, let's go with Michelle Starr, Lewis Blaine. Yeah, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll have Michelle Starr and Lewis Blaine. So I said an 8-minute match, didn't I? To bring that, right, 10 minutes. Michelle Starr will get the win. Pinfall. Let's bring that one in as our first match. Okay, so now we've got to sort out a couple of angles. So what I want is Michelle Starr to beat down Lewis Blaine. Michelle Starr, as the heel, he's won. He starts bullying Lewis Blaine. Michelle Starr fighting Lewis Blaine, selling. And then, who was he up against? Michelle Starr, Ben McCoy. Well, Ben McCoy and And Lewis Blaine, of course, Lord Regal. Okay, well, for the moment, we'll forget Lord Regal for this particular segment, but we will have Ben McCoy make the save. So post-match, Star bullies and beats down Blaine. McCoy makes the save. Okay, that obviously angers Michelle Starr. He wanted to have his fun. Dave Finlay, Gary Beware. What was I doing with that one? I said I'd have a post-match segment. Maybe something a little bit different though. Now Gary Beware. Oh yeah, no, it was, wasn't it? It was another beatdown, but it was Dave Finlay and Gary Beware's Borger. So Finlay and Borger beat down Gary Beware. Come on. Dave Finlay and Ludwig Borger beat down Gary Beware. Selling. Post-match, Finlay and Borger beat down Beware until road agents gain control, I guess. Just put that down as like a 2-minute angle. Okay, so we've pretty much got all of our storylines somewhere along the line being, apart from Ian McGregor. I'll tell you what, then we'll just have like an Ian McGregor promo. We've already had, so Knight interviewed Finlay and that's a self-promo. McGregor interrupted. So yeah, how about like a McGregor interview then? John Tollis to interview Ian McGregor. Saying that, Ian McGregor's in a match tonight. I've got another idea. What we'd do is we'd have Ian McGregor, Dave Finlay. It is Dave Finlay and Ian McGregor. Do you know what? I'm terrible. Yeah. Okay. So this is kind of pre and post match. It's post match of McGregor's match and pre match Finlay's match. So McGregor and Finlay pass in the aisle and argue. That's it. That's it. So they're not on the microphone or anything, but the camera picks up a few choice words and a couple of little arguments, that sort of thing. You know. Yeah. So that deals with that storyline for this episode. We're obviously going to need a few more storylines. We'll work on that. We'll work on that. So we want a little bit more going on in this show. Who haven't we used that potentially we should? Lord Regal. How about a self-promo or an interview with John Tollis? So John Tollis. It's not John Tollis, is it? Is it John Tollis? I'm getting myself muddled up now, aren't I? Of course it's not John Tollis. I've been talking about John Tollis all evening, or all episode, and he is in my AWA save, not my PRW save. The interviewer for this save is Ricky Knight. So Ricky Knight will interview Lord Regal. Knight interviews Regal. Self-promo. Okay, yeah, again, don't want to do too much with that at the moment till we get him in a sort of a main storyline in his own right. What did I do for the opener on the previous show? As the commentary team. Right, okay, the commentary team opened the show. So, Angle. Come on. I need a new laptop. So the commentary team, Gordon Pryor and Nick Parry. Take them off of that. And then so it's just a commentary team. I probably spelled that wrong. Commentary team. Open the show and talk about matches. So we'll have this for 4 minutes. So they can definitely talk about Dave Finlay, who's taking on Gary Beware. So overness. They can also talk about Ian McGregor and Chick Cullen. Ian McGregor and Chick Cullen. Okay, that is it. That goes at the beginning. We've got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. This can be the news report, the news segment. And again, who's our news anchor? We just used it as Gordon Pryor. Okay. Probably want to get someone in to solely do that job. But that's fine. Gordon Pryor. Who hasn't been used? I'm thinking someone like Bob Holly needs to be on it. Bob Holly. Okay, let's take the filter off there. Let's go major stars. They've all been used. Stars. See, this is, in a way, this is game in the game, right? Because I'm just getting like the highest rated, you know, the kind of best people in. Yeah, Johnny Smith. Take a filter off of him as well and go for some other guys that haven't been used. Quite a few, isn't there? I mean, I'm not really going to be using many. Andy Baker, we've got to start getting him over. Really got to start getting him over. And how about John Ritchie? Yeah, John Ritchie. Okay, so Gordon Pryor's on the microphone. Actually, all of these are going to be scripted, and as they're wrestlers, mark them down as entertainment, even if they're not really all that entertaining. Right, so news, Pryor intros, promos from Holly, Johnny Smith, Baker, and Ritchie. Okay, 5 minutes. That will conclude the show. A worker cannot be on the announcement. No, of course he can't. In fact, we'll take them both off because it's a kind of segment away from, you know, where we need commentary. And let's stick this in somewhere in the middle. How about there? Yeah, that makes a bit of sense. Okay, let's see how we get on with this one then, guys. Opening segment with Gordon Pryor and Nick Parry introducing the show. Or Ian McGregor's gimmick getting stale. I must remember that. 51. Lewis Blaine, Michelle Starr. Decent reaction from the crowd, but terrible wrestling. Michelle Starr got the win in 7 minutes 32. And Lewis Blaine's gimmick as well. So McGregor and Blaine. I'm going to need to start writing some stuff down. Because really, so far in this series, all we've been doing is going through the motions and just putting on match after match after match. But now we're kind of at a stage where we need to start thinking a little bit more about how things are done. And we're not just, you know, we're actually starting to do things now. Michelle Starr, his gimmick as well. Okay. Right, well, it's a 37 for the post-match segment where Starr bullies and beats down Blaine. Then Ben McCoy comes out to make the save, rating of 37. Bit disappointing. Acid Burn. Chris Jericho and Chris Kanyon taking on Rory Campbell and George Burgess. They get the win in 5 minutes 44. Kanyon pinned Rory Campbell, but he did use the ropes for leverage. 45 is pretty good. I think Acid Burn are still both unimportant. I'm quite happy with that one. Ricky Knight interviews our British heavyweight champion, Lord Regal. It's just a self-promo, but 66. That's kind of why we did it. Yeah, obviously he can't be interviewed every week. Might get a bit boring, but decent rating there, 66. Then the news segments with Pryor introducing promos from Bob Holly, Johnny Smith, Andre Baker, and John Ritchie. And it's a rating of 49. Bob Holly came across well, but yeah, that's okay. I mean, you're never going to get top marks if you have a mixture of, positions on the card. Chick Cullen then taking on Ian McGregor. That's a brilliant match. 70. Good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Ian McGregor got the win in 6 minutes 54 by countout. And Chick Cullen benefited from having a hot new move. I have to remember that one. Post-match. Well, it's kind of pre and post-match. It's pre-Dave Finley's match, post-McGregor's match, where they pass each other in the aisle and they just start arguing. Again, just a few words that the microphone's picking up. The cameras, microphones, they're just arguing with each other. But rating of 63. And then the main event, Dave Finley and Gary Beware. Gary Beware getting the win. This is the most important thing. I mean, 66 isn't awful. But the main important thing, get Gary Beware over. He got the win in 10 minutes and 30 seconds by pinfall, following a botched interference by Ludwig Borger. But after the match, Dave Finley realises it was an accident, and the two team up to beat down Gary Beware until some road agents come in and gain control. 65 overall. So for the show, 62. Very pleased, increasing our popularity in 5 regions. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm pleased with that one. User talent point gained. That's good. 50 successful shows. Okay, where are we going to put that one then? I've never even thought about this. User talent. I don't even know how you do it. I can't remember the last time I've had. Okay, user talent. What should we do? Let's put one on diplomacy maybe, because that is the weakest. No, do you know what? Let's add another one to leadership. Yeah, okay. Right, so yeah, we just want to, before I sort of close the episode, let's just give Ian McGregor, let's tweak his gimmick, old school face. We will start changing some of these up. It can be tweaked. We will start. I want to sort of introduce some proper gimmicks, some proper sort of British gimmicks as well. For the wrestlers that are British, of course. Lewis Blaine, also his gimmick, old school face, yeah. Okay, I mean we'll just tweak it for the moment. And then the last one was Michelle Starr. Obnoxious, okay. Poor. Maybe we could change that one up. I don't really want to sort of waste time right now, though, on the episode, sort of thinking about something. I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's tweak this one. But I'm going to sort of have a proper good think about some of the other guys and their gimmicks now, because like I said, I do want to start having some proper gimmicks. Okay, so I'm not going to bother looking at popularity or anything like that. I doubt anything's changed up from the last. I'll sort of check them after every main event. I just wanted a quick look at our storylines just to see where they sit. So we've got one storyline of 53, the other one of 63 and 33. So, all right, well, 2 not too bad, 1 pretty bad. But once we start getting Lord Regal involved, hopefully his ratings and segments that he's in can get some good scores. So. I don't think there was anything else I want to do. What I might do off camera is just create another couple of storylines, just put them in there, so I've got some more stuff going on. I'll obviously take you through them in the next episode. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. Please give a like and subscribe, and drop me any comments down below. Remember, I've got another 2 TEW series on the go at the moment. I've got the AWA Revival and the Invasion Angle from 2001. I'd really love it if you could join me on those. I appreciate everyone who's already liked and subscribed and watched my videos and made comments. Really do like to see that. It's not why I'm doing it, as I've said before, but you know, it's nice. At least I'm not the only one sitting here watching these. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you for the next episode. Take care. Goodbye.